Hello and welcome to another video. Today I am going to show you a game I played just a few minutes ago against this guy, a guy with Asian lettering. He is the Cumans. I am in purple and I am the Goths. So Cumans will usually go for the ram rush approach. There we go. Sorry about that. Cumans usually go for a ram rush, so they can get a siege workshop and make rams in the feudal age. So I'm kind of expecting that. It's something I've died to many times, but I'm hoping to maybe survive it this time. We'll see how this goes. We'll speed it up a little bit. Going through the normal build here, you can see he's already clicked up to feudal age, which is pretty early. Certainly earlier than me, but I'm going to be able to click up to castle age right afterward. Unfortunately, because he got to feudal age first and found my scout, his scout moved faster than mine and was able to chase down mine. I was really hoping to try to at least find him. If not, like, try to scout to see if maybe there's a siege workshop being built right here outside my base right now. Little do I know there's not, but it is something I'm certainly worried about. While I've already clicked to castle age, I'm a little worried. I am making more farms than I normally would at this point. Normally I like to wait until heavy plow. Finally got revenge on that scout by making this spearman. I'm also making more spearmen than I normally make at this point because I want to have some vision out on the map for in case those rams do approach. But as we can see in his base, he actually went for the two-town center play. So that's another thing that the Cumans can do. They can build a second town center in feudal age, unlike all other civs. So he's just going for the boomy approach, and you can see he's already got a solid villager lead on me, 54 to 34. I'm only just now building my second town center because, again, I prioritized getting some farms up, getting relics, and now making my third town center to try to catch up a little bit. I'm actually in the score lead, which kind of surprises me. It might be because of my scouting. Which I am deliberately scouting here. Now, I didn't notice this in real time, but the whole point of sending this pikeman around was to try to see if I could spot a siege workshop. Sure enough, there's a siege workshop, and dude has now 4 rams about to come out of there. I'm making my second barracks, expecting I might have to make more military units soon. Still don't quite have my full boom eco yet. I'd like to have, now I do, with the 18 farmers. But I am leaving these spearmen, or these pikemen, out at the front of the, out in the middle of the arena here to try to alert me if there's some incoming. And sure enough, this pikeman sees the rams, and I'm like, okay. The other thing about Cumans here is that in castle age, they can upgrade their rams to capped rams. Most civs can only do that in imperial age, but because Cumans get their siege workshop and their rams an age earlier, they also get that upgrade an age earlier. So capped rams are even stronger. They can knock buildings down even faster. They're a much more deadly threat to your buildings. Now I'm trying to rush down with one villager. 2 more barracks because I'm going to make more pikes. I do see at this point he's got step lancers, so pikes are the right approach. I had to buy this castle, but it's going to be slow to go up. We'll see how it goes. I do have the armor upgrade on the... I'm getting the second armor upgrade on my infantry, but I don't even have the first attack upgrade. So the armor is great for attacking units that fight back, like these step lancers, but you really want the attack upgrade to kill the rams quicker. Okay, so I had 59 villagers. He had 76. He might deny this castle. Trying to fight even with the villagers under the TC. It's not really working out very well. I still need a lot more pikes to deal with this. Lost that starting town center. Finally got this castle up, which I paid for dearly with my hard mined gold. Starting to get the better of this fight here because I have enough pikemen. But the rams are still a deadly threat, as are the steppe lancers. So steppe lancers, their benefit is that they can attack from 2 tiles away rather than 1. So even against pikemen, they can be pretty good. Unfortunately, I just haven't quite had enough or haven't been attacking the right things at the right times. I even made a Huskarl to try to get a little better attack on the rams. He's coming in for this castle. He might get it. It's getting kind of close. Again, these pikemen do not have the attack upgrade, so it's taking forever to kill these rams. Normally they would do this a lot quicker. But now the castle is getting pretty low. I am clearing up the steppe lancers. I got my monk, but I've actually got all 5 relics now. So I'm gonna lose this castle. It was close, but I'm gonna lose it. But I am gonna be able to clear up all of the army that he made. I did lose 20 villagers though. That's a pretty big deal. Now he's got up to 80. I've got 37. So I'm at a pretty big disadvantage now in terms of economy. I lost that starting town center. I lost the castle that I had to buy. And thankfully, though, the units I've chosen to make, the pikemen, are doing pretty well against this push. I just needed to have a lot more of them. Now, I didn't even have enough stone to make another town center, so I'm sending more villagers back to stone. I bought more stone just to make that town center again. I'm putting the pikeman out here at the front just to make sure that he doesn't send anything else. Sure enough, he is trying to reload for another attack. Goths don't get stone walls, so the best I can do is palisade gates. But I did find a nice find out here where I was able to catch these steppe lancers off guard, completely wipe them up, and now there's no defense against the pikes, and I can kill these rams as well. His economy, though, is still looking great. 87 villagers. He's got plenty of gold and wood to keep going with more rams if he needs to, but he's going to need to find an answer to these pikes because that's been a pretty decent defense so far. Trying to reboom over here, 44 villagers. I've got decent eco as well. I think I had enough on gold that I was able to buy that castle, buy another TC, and in fact, I bought another castle. So I really used that market this game. So I'm going to try to build this castle, send in villagers out from here. And this is just to try to secure this position on the map. It's got 2 golds out here, which I would like to use. I'm also spreading these pikemen around so that whenever the next round of attacks come out, I should be able to see it and react to it. But so far, he has stayed in his base to maybe catch up a little bit on eco and then mount another assault. He is making more rams, so he hasn't given up on that idea. But this is actually really good vision, and I've got 18, 19 pikes out here, 20, and I got the 5 relics, which is really going a long ways because I've had to buy a lot. I've actually was buying wood and food to try to get my economy back in order. So he just got to Imperial Age. And I'm thinking, okay, well, what does that mean? These pikemen spotted this town center, kind of just harassing him a little bit. I do see the skirmishers now, which are his answer to my pikes. So I back up a little bit, knowing he's probably going to come out. Yep, sure enough, there's the skirms. They gradually kill my pikes. Actually, they did a really good job against the pikes. I see the rams. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot. Oh, no. Yep, so they were full of skirms. So the skirms are going to kill the pikes that are trying to kill the rams. Trying to keep the castle up with these villagers repairing. I did manage to get Anarchy, which is the tech that allows me to create Huskarls out of my barracks. So now I can make my unique unit that's good against any archer type of unit like skirmishers. I can make that without having that castle. But it is very annoying because that is the second castle that I bought that has been almost immediately rammed down by this guy's rams. But the villager count is getting a little bit closer. I lost the gate again, but I'm up to 69 villagers. Very nice. He's up at 108 though, so certainly still has a pretty big advantage. But I am keeping that eco rebooming as quick as I can. So here I'm pulling the pikes around to kill the step lancers, and then we can poke around with the skirmishers. I finally did get that forging, the attack upgrade. He is getting elite step lancer. Okay, so these are my Huskarls. So they can survive these hits from the skirmishers pretty well. And so those will clear up the skirms here pretty quickly. And I can go back to making pikes because I do expect more cavalry. He does have those archery ranges. He can make cav archers, but again, those would die to the Huskarls. He's trying to make a castle here, and I'm like, well, that's probably not a good idea, as I have enough army to deny that. And here comes another batch. This isn't going to end up very good for him. Using the pikes on the... actually, I'm up to halberdiers now because I'm an imp and I got the upgrade. So I'm able to kill off the step lancers and all of the villagers that were trying to make the castle. He still left the foundation up at 49%. Maybe that's where these villagers are going. Try to finish it, but it's probably a better idea if you were to just delete that. If you delete it, you get the resources you haven't spent yet back on it. I'm pulling the Huskarls back so that they can attack the castle and get its HP down pretty quickly, while the pikes deal with these step lancers that are popping out one at a time. Eco check. He's lost a few villagers. He was up to 110 villagers, but he lost the ones on that castle. I'm up to 78. Still would like to see that over 100, but it's at least a start. Now I think this is really just being annoying for him. I've got a good amount of army here. I do see that he's starting to make scorpions. And I thought, well, as long as there's not too many of those, that's okay. But I might have to come up with another answer to those eventually. So that's why I made my own siege workshop, and I'm thinking another castle. And again, I had to buy the stone to make it. So that's the third castle that I've had to buy stone to make. But I feel like I can probably hold this position now because my army is fully forward here. He could at least in theory be trebbing my castle down immediately, but not if I've got army here. But I'm going to make a university and these siege workshops. My thought is bombard cannons. Have to research chemistry from the university before I can make them, so it's going to be a little bit. But he's still making the step lancers and skirms, So I feel like I've got a pretty solid answer to that. Our villager count is getting a lot closer. I'm up to 93, so it's certainly a delayed boom. I'm even getting the range upgrade for the castle because I am wanting to, now I'm getting chemistry and ballistics. Because I know that if we fight over here under my castle, I would like my castle to contribute a little more. Now he's researching hussar and steppe husbandry. I think that's some sort of bonus for his cavalry. But with my halberdiers, I'm not too worried. I just need to keep pumping out more, knowing that any minute now another fight could commence. He finally cleared up all the units that were fighting around this town center. So maybe now he feels like he can go out for another fight in the open. That castle is gone now, though. So there's no protection there. Now he's revealed his hand that he's out here with units again. And I've got a bunch right here, so I'm just like, all right, well, here we go again. I'll go kill the horses with my halberdiers and sending the Huscarls in for the skirms. The scorpions are coming out, but I think at this point I've got enough units to deal with those. Scorpions really need to be massed. They're pretty weak if you can get right up on them and attack them, but if they can get you from range, it can be a problem. I do finally have chemistry, and I'm making 2 bombard cannons, up to 102 villagers, so I'm finally up over 100 villagers. And I've got a ton of barracks here, 14, 15 barracks, so I can pop out military pretty quick now if I need to. Still fighting under this town center. I'm going to go ahead and start taking it down with these bombard cannons. And he's not able to really deal with that. So now I'm going to come over. I saw that he had built this castle over here, and I figure, okay, well, I guess I should kill that. But as he sends units out of his base, it actually lets my units in, and that's hard enough for him to deal with that he calls the game. So that was a tough one. Losing the starting town center and 2 castles that I had to buy was not pleasant. He had a pretty good attack there. He had a strong eco lead. Even here at the end, he still had more villagers than me, but it was certainly a lot closer. But I just was able to make just enough military units to fight it off, survive that initial attack, and look at this beautiful eco. Perfectly placed farms. Look at the statistics real quick. So let's see. This is when his attack would have come in here. He built up that big army, came in, killed a bunch of my villagers, but I ended up having a lot of pikemen to be able to push it back and then stop the next attack. KD actually was positive for me, which is rare as Goth. As Goth, my infantry are cheaper, so I expect to just sort of throw them away. He had a lot better eco, wood, food, gold, stone, all of that. He collected more than I did, but check it out. Those 5 relics made a big difference in the gold count. So that actually, when you combine the gold I mined with the gold I got from the relics, I actually got more gold than he did, which enabled me to go those Huscarls and get all the upgrades for the infantry and, frankly, buy all those castles. He did do the fast feudal. He didn't come immediately with the rams, but he went that for the 2TC approach first, and then the castle age ram push. I had a really strong castle time, was able to get the relics quickly, go in for a few TCs, and have enough eco to survive that push that he had on me. 121 villager max for him, 102 for me. Again, he just had the better eco. Overall, good game. I was happy to finally come out on top in such a matchup.